What's up guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Felium and today we're going to be talking about a topic that is very important to all those young bedroom producers, and that is how to set up a home studio just like the pros do. Before we get started, make sure to click the link down below and go into my Instagram because I posted a summary of this video so you can remember the main points on how to build the studio of your dreams. Let's get right to it. Get down. The number one most important thing and obvious thing that you're gonna need is a table and a chair. Now, this seems very obvious. However, it is very important. You're gonna need a spacey table where you can place your computer and you can have enough space to work very comfortably. And if you decide to get some monitor speakers, something that I will be talking about later in this video, you're gonna need enough space to place them. A chair is also very important. You're probably gonna be sitting on it for a long time. So you wanna make sure that you're comfortable in it, that your back is straight, and that no muscles hurt after sitting on it for a while. At number two, you're gonna need a computer. Nowadays, most computers run any DAW, which is the program that we use nowadays to record and program music. Again, we'll talk about it more later in this video. It's most likely that if you own a computer nowadays, it's gonna be able to run all of these programs and you're gonna be able to produce music in it. However, if you're looking for a new computer specifically for music, some of the things that you're gonna need to keep in mind, first of all, you need to make sure that your DAW is compatible with your computer. Most DAWs are actually compatible with all computers, either PC or Mac. However, there is some that are exclusive for Mac or vice versa. Another thing to keep in mind is the processing power of your computer. What the processing power does is it allows you to work in a quicker and more fluid way. So you're gonna wanna buy the fastest processor that you can afford. It's also recommended to use at least 8 GB of RAM. I would also recommend to get a computer that has at least 500 GB of computer memory. Now, computer memory can be very annoying sometimes, especially when you work on music for a long time and you have a lot of projects, a lot of libraries with a lot of sounds and a lot of plugins. You're gonna fill the space really quickly. So having a computer with a lot of memory will only benefit you. And number three, we have the DAW. DAW stands for Digital Audio Workstation, and it's a program that producers use nowadays to program and record music. It's very important before you decide which DAW you want to know if it's compatible with the computer that you got. Every producer has different preferences in regards to their DAW. However, all of them work very similarly and they all get the job done. Some examples that I would recommend are Logic Pro, which is specifically for MacBook, FL Studio, which used to be specifically for PC, but now they're a MacBook version. Also, Ableton Live is one of the leading DAWs for electronic music production. And Pro Tools, which is the standard DAW for recording vocals as well as recording instruments and working with audio. At number four, we have an audio interface. All that an audio interface really is a sound card that has inputs for microphones and instruments and then has outputs for headphones and speakers. If you own a pair of monitor speakers or headphones, you're actually gonna run them through it. Also, if you wanna record vocals or any instrument, you're also gonna do it through that interface. The way that you set up your interface together with your DAW is going to your audio preferences and changing the inputs and outputs from whatever you have to the name of your interface. Some examples of some really good audio interface that work really well on home studios are the Scarlett Solo and the Behringer Euphoria, which is the one that I currently use. The audio interface connects to your computer via a USB cable in a very simple and efficient way. At number five, we have the headphones. Headphones are going to become your most important sound source when monitor speakers are not available, especially when you're in the road or when you're somewhere that is not your actual home studio. it's very important that those headphones are comfortable to your ears because you're going to be spending a lot of time with them on. And also that they are flat. Flat means that they reproduce every single frequency in the frequency spectrum in a very consistent way, meaning that they don't have any boosts in the bass or any boosts in the highs, and they don't have any color to them. It's very hard to find perfectly flat headphones. However, some of them nowadays get very close to it. The ones that I own are the Beyerdynamics DT770s, and I'm really happy with them. Another very good example are the Audio-Technicas. At number 6, we have speakers. Monitor speakers are the best sound source possible to make music. One thing that is important to check before you get speakers is the acoustics of the room. The sound coming out of the speakers will be affected by the acoustics of your bedroom or wherever you set your home studio. It's important to make sure that your room is not a very loud room where it's relatively quiet and where the sound doesn't have a lot of reflections. Another very important thing is to make sure that your headphones are in ear level. A lot of mistakes that some bedroom producers do is that the headphones are not facing their ears. Bass frequencies are non-directional, which means they travel everywhere. But high frequencies are very directional. So you have to make sure that your headphones are facing your ears so that the high frequencies come straight to your ear and don't bounce any other wall before getting to you. Some examples of good and affordable monitor speakers are the KRK Rocket and the Yamaha HS. At number 7, we're gonna have a MIDI keyboard. A MIDI keyboard is a controller that allows you to control any parameter that you want from your DAW. You're going to be using the keyboard to play any sounds that you load in your DAW. Like this, you can have a more natural feel to your melodies and you can actually play the melodies rather than just programming it. Most MIDI keyboards also have pads and different knobs that can be assigned to anything you want within your DAW. There's a very wide range of prices with regarding to a MIDI keyboard. There's different sizes with different octaves of the keyboard. There's keyboards with more or less pads or knobs. However, they all work fairly similar and they all get the job done. If you don't want to buy a MIDI keyboard, but you want to still be able to play those melodies, there's a tip that very few producers know, and that's that the keys in your computer can actually become an actual keyboard. The way you do that in Logic Pro, for example, is by clicking Command K, and that will allow your keys in your computer to now become piano keys. At number 8, we're gonna need a microphone. Now, a microphone is gonna be used to record any acoustic instruments that you may have or to record vocals. There's so many microphones nowadays and they all do different functions. If you wanna record vocals, I recommend you get a condenser microphone. I personally own the Samsung CO1, which works really well for a fairly cheap price. If you record vocals, I also recommend that you get a pop filter. Pop filters are really cheap and they have a huge effect in your recording. All they do is they eliminate all those harsh P sounds and S sounds of the singer when they are recording. At number 9, we have the TV screen. Now, I'm not saying that you have to buy a TV screen in order to have a perfect home studio. However, if you have an old TV or an old screen in your house or in your basement, make sure to reuse it and plug it to your computer, because like this you're gonna have a way bigger screen to work with and so much more space to work in a much more comfortable way, like I have set up right here. And lastly, at number 10, you're gonna need decorations. You're gonna be spending a lot of time in this studio, so you wanna make sure that you feel comfortable and that you feel like you're in a creative environment. Me personally, I like to feel that my room is very clean and very beautiful, which is why I took my time to decorate it so that I feel comfortable in it. Some examples that you can use are some LED lights, some vinyl records hanging around the wall to have that vintage feeling, as well as some posters. Alright guys, so this is it with my 10 tips on how to build the home studio just like the pros. I hope you guys liked this video. Again, make sure to go into my Instagram to check the post with a summary of the most important details so you remember what you need to do in order to get that home studio that you always wanted. If you like the content, make sure to like this video, subscribe and share it with all your friends. I hope to see you next time. Peace!